Hey Gemini, this is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this just in. This is where we get up in other folks' business. Alright. You know what? Okay, so we got the Lovers that just popped out. I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to use it. Because it popped out in this position. And I don't want to make a call as to whether it would have been upright and reverse or reverse. But we are going to try to definitely keep the Lovers in mind as far as energy is concerned. With the Lovers showing up like that, I'm getting the feeling that there's a relationship that might be on the fence. So let's just see how things turn out. Okay, so anyway, Gemini, let me start by saying I am using the this is backwards, the way that it's mirrored, and I'm not comfortable, so give me a minute to get my bearings. This is unnatural. I move one way, it moves the opposite. Anyway, this is the Deviant Tarot, and this is by Patrick Valenza, just in case anybody's interested. The moon is about to move into Scorpio, and I felt like that. I just got this deck, and this Just In series is the first time that I am using it. I used it just right before I started these videos. I used it for the card of the day that I pull on Facebook or Twitter. So if you're interested in that, you can go over to one of those if you have accounts there and see what the card of the day or the evening was. I posted this one late. I usually do it in the morning, but this one was late. So anyway, Gemini, happy April 1st. April Fools. And I hope you guys are behaving, because if it's anybody I feel like that is out here still trying to play some April Fool's jokes, it is you and Sagittarius. This reading is going to be for Gemini Sun, Moon, and or Rising. It's a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. Gemini, do I have anything else to say before I start this? Probably not really. Other than I'm chilling. Oh. Again, we got... I'm going to put that back in the deck, because I don't know how to interpret that. But I have the Fool reversed. And Gemini, are you hesitant? You're either being hesitant or reckless. There's a relationship I feel like that's on the fence. And you're either not making a move out of fear, baggage, a lot of shit holding you back. So you're on the fence about something, or maybe somebody you're dealing with is. Or you're just being reckless in your actions with the Fool reverse. Reckless in a way that's not beneficial. We'll see what the cards have to say. See what the cards have to say. Okay, I'm sorry, I kind of got off camera, and I just wanted you guys to be able to see that this, of course, is an authentic draw. Okay. Stick the cards on right there. Stick the last them out. Stick them out. Stick them out. I think I've been reading these backwards. Oh, okay. We have got the 8 of Pentacles. Concentration. The Empress. Okay. And the Ace of Cups. Gemini, the 8 of Pentacles. This is a Sun and Virgo card. Sun and Virgo card. Listen, Before I get started with this, I just got this message that Gemini, some of you have been working really hard to possibly get pregnant in a relationship, and it hasn't happened for you yet. Don't give up. The Ace of Cups is saying that there is still hope. Like, for some of you, some people who may have been trying to get pregnant and it's not happening, try again. You know, they say if at first you don't succeed, try again. That's a channeled message. That's definitely not going to apply to everybody, but it's going to apply to some of you. Okay. So, we got the first card being the Eight of Pentacles. I said it was the Sun and Virgo card. There is a whole lot going on here. A lot of work being done, but it's real methodical. It's real methodical, and to some of you Geminis, shit is getting mundane. Even with those of you who I was talking about, you know, who may have been trying to get pregnant, have, you know, you have these scheduled times to be intimate for you ladies, because you know that you are in the point of your cycle to where it's prime time to get pregnant, you know, and so you're being methodical about the process. I strongly believe that part of creating new life is passion, a natural passion. If you are, you know, having sex on a schedule, it may be affecting the outcome. The reason I say that, because I think that, you know, the adrenal glands are working a little bit harder, because there's a sort of stress. You know, you're not relaxed. You know, things are not properly in their places. You know, it's still working, but that's just it, is work. To those of you who are trying to conceive, and to those of you who are trying to even build a new relationship, be natural. Get out of your head, Gemini. Get out of your head. Just let things happen naturally. In any case, that is what's going to get you what you want. Okay. So that's, you know, how I'm feeling about the Eight of Cups. It's just something going on that's extremely methodical and systematic. I'm sorry. And systematic. Just chugging along, you know. And it's all good. You know, you can definitely gain success and recognition and even some sort of joy by putting the work in. But you know, it just all seems too serious. Okay, so the next card is the Empress reverse. The Empress, it reversed. There could be a lack of self-care, caring for everybody else and not caring for self. It's work. This is a Sun in Virgo, like I said. So this Gemini, this is, let me take care of everybody else. Let me provide a service to everybody else. And, you know, in the process, I'm neglecting self. You got to be able to enjoy the fruits of the labor that you put in. And if this is a love reading, so if your love life is suffering, it's because first you need to learn how to take care of self. And that's the Ace of Cups. This is where that comes in. That's what's going to happen for you this month. Um, the I hesitate to use the word aesthetic because, like sis and namaste and all of those other words that have become ever so popular. Triggered, that's another one. Aesthetic is a word that has become a part of what I consider to be pop culture lately. So I hate to use the word, but Gemini, there is something that is suffering with the aesthetic. Venus is transiting your 12th house. 12th house. So until Venus is out of the 12th house, that hidden, taking care of self, because, I talked about caring for other people, but the Empress reverse is in the upright position she's very attractive. And she's got a little hair done and, her clothes, she just looks good in what she wears because she's paying attention to the self aesthetic. Well, she's reversed, so for whatever reason, and it may be because she's just giving too much care to everybody else. So for whatever reason, she's not concentrating on the self. And whatever she does to self is very systematic and methodical, just like the rest of her life at this point. Like I said, the good news is the Ace of Cups is in this reading. So, the Ace of Cups it's about a new offerance of love, of creativity. It's also about learning how to love the self. And it looks to me like this queen, and then this is a dark deck because it is the Deviant moon. But she is still a queen, and she's looking in that cup and she sees the reflection of herself and she looks very pleased. So what I'm feeling like, Gemini, is that this month there's going to come a new offerance of love, of creativity. And that's something that you're going to put into yourself. Now, this could also be a new offerance of love from somebody else. I'm feeling like it's an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So, yeah, Gemini, take a spa day. Go get your nails done. Go to the gym. Fellas, I know a lot of guys get their nails and stuff done, little pedicures and things like that. But, if that's not what you do, go to the gym, work out. Buy that new canister of protein powder that you saw at the health food center. Make that smoothie. Whatever it is that you feel like you need to do in order to make you feel good about you, that's exactly what you need to do, and that's going to happen for you this month. Or as soon as Venus, I feel like, moves out of the 12th house, because it's still hidden and it's still repressed in the 12th house. Venus in the 12th house for you, Gemini, too, could be clandestine relationships. So there could be an offerance of some sort from somebody, it's real undercover. So I thought I'd add that. But that's the way I see it. So, thank you, Gemini. I hope I didn't call you Taurus. Damn, I think I did. I might have called you Taurus a few times. If I did, I didn't mean it. This is the Gemini reading. I apologize. But, yeah, Gemini. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope to talk to you guys again next month. If you need to get a personal reading from me, you can do so by looking at the information in the description box. That's where my email and stuff like that should be. Okay, thanks. Bye.